I experience victory at the cross. I experience the joy at the cross. A few weeks ago, Fantasia on the NAACP Awards. That's my girlfriend, Fantasia. Stepped up to the podium. She said, "Thank you." She said, "I don't have a speech because I did not expect to win." But she said, "Thank you." She said, "I was afraid to play silly, but I'm glad I did. Because I kept saying if I don't win an award, the award I will win is for the people who will watch The Color Purple, and the women who will relate to her will feel like Oscars when they walk out." She said, "I didn't think I was going to win it, but I want to say thank you to my grandmother who's in heaven right now, and to my mother who was the queen that I saw, who carried herself with elegance and class and showed me that any room that I walk in, I don't have to compete with anyone. My mother was a woman that went through a lot of things, but I saw her after she went through, walked as a queen with a smile on her face. She said she always kept God first. And she said, "I will continue to do the same." But she said, before I go, hold up. She said, "Before I go, I told y'all it was at the cross. It was a sign of victory." She said, "Before I go," and I believe Jesus is saying, "It is finished, but before I go, to God be the glory." Have I got one? To God be the glory. Is it anybody in this house that can say it is finished? So since it is finished and y'all are still standing, you got to understand it is finished. You ain't finished. So since you're still standing, I dare you to lift up both your hands and look up towards heaven and say, "To God be the glory for the great things he has done." High five your neighbor and say, "Neighbor, let's get out of here." But God's been good to me. He's been better to me than I could ever be to myself. Can you do me one favor? This it is finished. Can you grab your neighbor by the hand? And since it's Friday night, can we have a praise party? Can you shake them a little bit? Can you rock them a little bit? Shake them and rock them and shake them, and say, "Neighbor, since it is finished." Negroes thought they had me. Negroes counted me out. Negroes scandalized my name. They talked about me. They called me a child, not of God. But I'm thankful tonight that Jesus paid it all. Ain't you glad tonight that you should look at your neighbor and say, "Neighbor, if anybody asks you why both of my hands are up, you tell them I should have been dead, sleeping in my grave, but I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, 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 yeah." Do me one more favor. Grab your neighbor by the hand and squeeze it real tight and say, neighbor, if anybody asks you why I'm shouting at the cross, if anybody asks you why I'm dancing at the cross, if anybody asks you why I'm shaking at the cross, you tell them that Jesus is the best thing that ever happened to me. This is my story. This is my song. Yeah! 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 Has he been good? Has he made ways